Hello, and welcome to CopTubeAmerica.com, where we teach you the elements of criminal law. I like to thank you, those who are teenagers, ages 13 to 17. Don't let anybody make you believe that you're too young to understand anything, because you're not. 13 years, 14, 15, 16, and 17 is a very long time to be on this earth. All right? Some would beg to differ and say, well, I've been here 80 years, 70 years, 50 years. It matters not. Because there's a lot of people been here on this earth, but they don't have any common sense. They don't have much knowledge. And they sure enough don't use their logic. So, that's not to be insulting. And young people should never insult those who came before you. All right, I'm better. We're better. We're more fortunate. No, no. And older people shouldn't keep treating you guys like you're juveniles, like you're numbskulls and silly and can't understand, can't calm down. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. They were young once upon a time as well. What's today's topic? It's on genocide. Lesson number 26. All right? But let me talk to you for a little bit before we get into our lesson, which is going to be very brief. All right? Now, there's a lot of older people here that have experienced a great deal of things. There are a lot of older people here that they say they're stubborn. No, they're not. They're kind of fixed in their ways. If the sky was blue, the sky was blue. Now, and there's no changing it. Now, most of the people here that have been here for some time, 90s, some even in their hundreds, all right? A lot of them in their 80s. They've heard things about genocide. They've seen things now on TV because a lot of them, they grew up with TV. They grew up talking to one another, which can have its problems simply because it's not like TV where you're getting it from one source, where they only have 3 channels or 4 channels, including PBS. All right, so you have to kind of take things with a grain of salt, and that's how they did. Some of them really believed because they may have focused on this one person who was always the one who knew everything. They called them the town crier. But that's not the case, because sometimes they can screw up. All right? Some people can get so focused on their race, on their particular group of people, and that's not nice. Not when you live in a country that has so many different races. We're the only country that was founded that way, that maintained our status as being a country that's a melting pot. See? So if you go to China, you're going to see long, long, long history. There are people there that have been in China and never been anywhere else, and they're in their hundreds. All right? There are a lot of them in their 90s. And then there are more newborns coming in, more people coming in to flourish and supply the earth. All right? Now, there are people who grew up in Africa. They've never been anywhere else. All right? Same thing. There are people who grew up in New Zealand. They've never been anywhere else. All right? So, they know each other's history. It's a very simple history. But in the United States, it's a little different because now you have all these different types of histories, and you have people that were Jewish, that are Jewish. All right, when I say were, they're past. But currently, they are Jewish. Some people are African American. Some people are Italian, Polak, German. All right, let me see. Ooh, there's a whole number of folk. Hispanic, Asian. I mean, there's a lot. This is a mixed bag of peanuts. It's like opening up a bag of M&Ms. Okay? Now, it's not a surprise. It's not like the Cracker Jack box. In every box, there's a surprise. No, it's not a surprise. Open up your eyes. Just because you live in maybe an all-white community, it doesn't make that world better. No, it doesn't. You need to come out and go to college and see. Because the world is not based on, and as we talk about genocide, the world is not based on a color of person. Genocide has to deal more with a race of people. See, so this law being so old, it tells you that America's been going in the wrong direction. It's been all about color when it should have been all about race. Because that's what a lot of laws protect people on. Okay? You understand? I know you do. Okay? If you could do algebra and cut on a computer, and a lot of you guys are in 8th grade, middle school, and high school. Y'all can take things apart, put things back together again. I can too. But y'all do it like whiz kids. You're wonderful. You can understand things, but I want you to understand this. Don't let nobody build your character on a lie. Now, Jews don't own genocide. Folks may be loud about it. All right? No, they don't. Just like people of color don't own the word racism. They want to corner it on the market. Blacks don't own a thing called lynching. Blacks weren't the only ones that were lynched. All right? Don't let people cloud your head. All races experience lynching. All races experience some type of genocide. Genocide didn't actually have to occur. It could have been something that was working its way up to genocide, and thank goodness it did not occur. Oh, there are still Jews upon this earth, so is the genocide work? No. But there's a law that protects the destruction of a race. Don't you want them to preserve the race that you're in, that you were born into? You had no choice. You know, folks want you to celebrate a race. Oh, stop it. Celebrate a basketball game. It's a little easier. Folks don't get killed necessarily over that. People didn't have anything else better to do. That's what my mother said. Nothing else better to do but sit around their front porches when it was hot as heck and impress one another, because some could read and write and some could not. Some could hear very good and some could not. Some had to wear glasses and the lucky ones didn't, and they bragged about it and hurt people's feelings over a set of eyeglasses. Yep. Oh, I got some eyelashes. As in, my family is better than yours. No family is better than the next one. You know how you know that? Because everybody can be shot. Real simple. So who's better? I'm not going to use the word destruction and destroy. Now, everybody lives on a thread on this earth. Okay? That's how folks live. Whether they want to believe it or not. They live on what you call a blessing, a moment. Because it can all be gone in a moment. So, does race really matter? No. Okay, creed really matter? No. But the law is designed that no one has a right to take up arms. Look up your words. Look up your words. Okay? Nobody has a right to take up war based on another race. Now, we're going to go a little bit further outside of genocide. Nobody has a right to take up war on a gender preference. destroy these groups of people. No. Because they don't want to be destroyed. If, in fact, this was so fair to destroy what one person doesn't like. Ooh. One. Who makes them God? They might have you on their list. All right now. And you busy acting in part with them. You're busy being an accessory to crimes. Now you know. I can talk to you. Now officers can talk to you. Now the court system will be able to hear you. Now you'll be able to hear the court system. See? It's wonderful. Okay? Because court's for everybody. An open door for everyone who messes up. Bam. Oh, wait a minute. Can I feel a bam? Bam! Did I put that in such a way? Yes, I did. So, courts don't care what color you are. They only care about the things that you have done. The acts that you allowed yourself and told yourself, or somebody told you that you could commit. You understand? That's what courts are for. And they're also for victims and victims' families to get whoever thought it was okay and gave you permission, or you gave permission to, court system's for them. Understand? Judges and police officers are nothing to play with. We are simply the impartial parties to this stuff. And we understand what's going on. Fighting between people, fighting between races. One person hating another race or another group of people enough to start killing them off or stopping them from producing children. Yes. Yes. Now, people of color can't be so frightened. Anyone of color, you can't be so frightened. It will take a whole lot, trust me, to destroy anybody, any group of color. Hispanics too. I don't want to hear anything about Hitler. He dead and gone. The dirt's so old underneath him, on the sides of him, and on top of him, that you can't even use that dirt to help a garden come along. You can't. That dirt's so old, it has no nutrition in it. Let them rot. Let them stay there. Anybody who dares to hate, they got what they got. They're not here. They don't need to be recognized. Bye. Bye. Do you want to sit around and remember somebody who hates strong and who gets other people to hate and who forces other people to hate? All right. If you're one about history, please do. Check out Stalin. Check out Hitler. Check out some gangs. There are people that will kill off people in their own race. Wow. Think about it. Like I tell people all the time, now, mean no harm, because it's true. When African Americans come to me and say, white people did this, and white people did that, and blah, 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 and they ain't this, and they ain't that, you know what I got to say? Show me one white person that hurt you. Huh? I stop it. Remember, I'm part of the impartial party. The police don't get into it. Look what impartial means. If we don't judge nobody, we just stop. We got one job. Stop the fighting, stop the killing, because somebody is having a bad day. And then they got hands and feet and can pick up things like hammers, guns. I'm going to show you what's the worst thing, though. Knives. That's not the worst thing. This. That. That does more hurt, more killing, more destruction. It brings about low self-esteem not on oneself, but on another. Ooh, if everybody would just be quiet, you're going to see, if you've had a happy-go-lucky life so far, you wait till you get out on this earth. And it starts with you. Everybody just say, man, just be quiet. Don't get into that. Don't, you guys are so new. You guys are like a brand new pair of blue jeans. They have one wash. Because we can't forget the adolescents that are coming along who got good sense. What generation of people, not color, your generation, the ones born in 2000, 2005, your generation, which generation is going to be the best one? Who's going to be the one that sets the example? Who's going to be the one when y'all get 80 and the change started with you? Or is it not going to be you guys? Are you guys just going to follow along suit with these 100 most repeatedly broken laws? Are you going to be repeat offenders to these? Are you going to be just like everyone else? That's why they build more prisons. Do you understand? Because somebody counted people who were born in 2000 and 2001, 2003, 2004. All you guys counted you guys out. The Millennium Children. And said, yeah, they're going to break these laws. Let's anticipate that they're going to do such a thing. And then let's build more prisons. Wow. And who would like to invest? Because they didn't know Cop to Mary was coming along. Bam! Coming along like Cape Crusaders coming to your rescue to teach you the law, because the law has never been taught to Americans. Criminal law has never been taught to Americans. You heard about it. You learned about the history of law. You even heard about some famous people in law. You heard about different offices, FBI, Secret Service, and all. That's just, all this stuff is nothing but curtains on the wall. You guys, I want to teach about the walls, the structures, okay? The stuff you're going to be fried over. See, don't let nobody fool you and put rose-colored glasses on your eyes to think all attorneys, no matter what kind of money you got, no matter what kind of money you end up earning, no kind of money that your family got, all the land in the world cannot protect you once you've done wrong and you know you've done wrong. All right? Cop to America is about making the playing grounds even, fair. You get it? If everybody know the law, then they're going to think twice about messing with you and your family. They're going to think twice about damaging and stealing someone's property. Because see, now everybody's wise. Everybody's eyes are open to what really is going on. Police officers don't pick at people. We see crimes unfolding. Wait a minute, it's got to feel bam. Come on, guys. Bam! And you, too, will see what is fake and what is real. What the judge knows is nothing but a fake crime and a copycat and some joke and some 100-year-old lie, and what's real, what's present. Because that's what we deal with. Because the only things that can, things that can stay open and on the books are felonies. Now, let me get back to what I was telling you about. And that was a failure. A failure. Before your years, okay, before you were born, where would you have gotten the law from? And you needed to get it from a police officer. Nowhere. All these countries around us doesn't mean that the United States was about hurting people. No. It was an oversight. Wait a minute. Can I get a... BAM! It It was an oversight. Okay? And maybe a day such as this, if you believe, the old man in the sky. Hey, Lisa, you teach it then. You always making comments and people need to learn the law. Yeah, but a bunch of other judges did too. And some of them are dead and gone. And a lot of chief of police said it would be a heck of a lot easier if people could understand, like speaking another language. You guys get it? Please say you do. Like speaking, and if not, y'all help one another. Like speaking another language. This is another language. And police officers and judges, we're so fair. We want it to be even, Steven. Attorneys probably could care less, because that's how they make their money, on your stupidity. Wait a minute. Can I kill a bam? Bam? No, bam! Yes, ching ching. They got them nice big old houses while folks are sitting in prisons and jails. Yet they had good education. And they're supposed to tell you guys what's going on. But instead, they'd rather you be quiet and don't call them. Are they really focusing on your case? I think that you need to be a part of everything and every aspect of your life. Whether you do something good or do something bad, it's all on you. I think you need to be so involved, guys. That's why Cop to America is unique. It just doesn't teach teens, no. And get you ready for your adulthood and get adolescents ready to become teens and knowledgeable in the law. Oh yes, it's going across the board. Catching up with people who are 80s and 90s and didn't know a lick of nothing but gossiping. That's all they had. That's all they knew. But they know now it don't work. Because the sky's not light blue purple and trees are not green. They're actually brown. Photosynthesis. There's a lot of things that they go, oh my goodness. Because my grandmother was like that. You know what? Maybe I'll have to be quiet. Because I thought that, yeah, Grandma, it's okay. Y'all didn't have all this knowledge. And more knowledge is being shared because you guys grew up with the internet. Okay? You could and be nosy in a healthy way. But understand, we're the only country, and we failed in this area to prepare our citizens, to equip them with what? The law. The real law. Not no he said, she said stuff. No. Not no he said, she said stuff. And my grandmother. Nobody cares about that anymore. We're dealing with present day right now. Like cares who I don't care about the Rockefellers, the first one. No, they're all gone. Something teaches us don't live in the past. Move forward. Everything is about moving forward. Get out of the past. Nobody wants to hear it. We're a world of technology. Like I said, America, it didn't shortchange its people. I'm part of America. I'm a part of the system. Police officer. So, my duty and my job. Y'all talk about TV shows and all this other stuff. And driver's license and everything. But you forgot these. Hello. Oh my goodness. This is like, no matter how good you are, you break one of these, you're going to end up poor from finding a darn good attorney, or you're going to end up incarcerated because you can't. The law says you have the right to defend yourself, or someone else who's highly knowledgeable could come in and defend you. You do so also, have the right to hear what's going on. And the only way you know is to be ready. Look up these words. Most of these are one-pagers. It's very simple. It's very easy. Okay? You could start teaching to your parents, but guess what? Cop 2 got 12 categories. 10 fingers, 12 categories. 5 to 12, children. 13 to 17, teens. 18 on up to 105, my adults, the mentally challenged, the physically challenged, you understand? Police officers, those who are first offenders, those who are repeat offenders, are hell raisers, ministers and Christians, everybody. And I know I probably left out one or two, but I'm talking to you. These are not rehearsed videos. No. If I cough, I cough. If I sneeze, I sneeze. These are not rehearsed, and these are not edited. Hello! Pop that collar. Everybody simultaneously will be learning the law. We got a lot of catching up to do. It's only 100 videos per group of people. Each group of people have something to lose. You guys can lose your future. Not just all the precious teenage years. No. Way up into your 20s and 30s. Ooh. You got a lot of summers locked away. A lot of winters locked away. A lot of springs locked away. A lot of falls and autumns locked away. You will be incarcerated by the seasons. Not by the years. As the seasons go by. As the sun comes up and as the sun sets and goes down. You will be locked away by the second, the millisecond, by the hour, by the minute price check. You can't stand to be in a line. Don't break the law. Price check. Oh my goodness. Well, Mom, we have to be at rehearsal. Yeah, but there's a price check, sweetheart. And all the lines at Walmart are all filled up getting Cop to America access scores. All right? You understand? You're not locked up by years. You will see this earth going passing you by. Don't let no one get you into a life of crime, a life of deception. Don't, because it'll be your fault. You have a brain, and you better use it. Grandma don't have your brain. She might not let you speak. Grandpa may be ornery and might not let you speak, but your brain is still on. You have a brain. Use it. They tell you to go hate somebody. Don't disrespect them. Just say no right in your head. People should not teach people how to hate. And where you learn how to hate is not with your friends. You learn how to hate with your family first. They teach you how to hate. Families do. And family, they give their little 2 cents. Oh, I don't like them. Oh, I don't like them. Well, you know, I ain't never liked them in the first place. All right? They ain't never did nothing for us. America wasn't founded just on the hands of the white man. Black people helped out too. Our 40 acres and a mule. Oh, my goodness. I know we had a contribution to building this place. See, the bottom line is nobody wants to be rejected. Everybody's ancestors. If they're here now, their ancestors were here. There's no new breeds. There's none. There's always been, let me tell you, and then we're going to get into our lesson. What started America? You want to know? You really want to know? Some good sex. All right, everybody mixed in America. Don't you start nothing with me. If there's bisexual human beings, then there's bisexual people. Everybody got a little something in, and it took some good sex. And maybe sometimes folk got the word around, because prostitutes did have sex too. Excuse me? Yes? I want to tell you something. That girl down there, boy, she good. And maybe some man said, well, I'll marry her if she that good. And there you go. And no matter what color it is, that sex was good. Don't get into sex. You got years of that stuff. But people blaming it on a choice out of here. You hear? A conscious choice. A conscientious choice. Now, all it was coming to all these feelings. And that's how America happens. All right? So, if you think you're pure, sure enough pure in America, that's a lie. That stuff been happening a long time ago. If you believe in a man above, he don't care. Who's pure? Get out of there. Please do. You're going to end up in a penitentiary because folk ain't putting up with it. If majority of people say we are all mixed with something. And you know, you got to understand, there are people that have disfigurements. Some people were born with two genitals. Some people, two different types of genitals. You have the hermaphrodite. What you going to do, get rid of them? Start taking people's clothes off? Some people are sick. Guys, stay with the internet. Have fun. Become something. Other than the one who sits around and tries to talk about how the world should have been. Oh, screw them. They don't know. They're so unhappy. How can you sit around and talk about that all day long? There's no difference in it. It's just one way. And it's their way. Alright? You hate control? Like kids say, I don't want nobody controlling me. Then don't you go around controlling anybody else. And don't let nobody put you under their control. Your hands, you'll be locked away with them. Okay? Don't be anybody's flunky now. And don't be stupid. Don't let nobody insult you. That's how they get a hold of you. They insult you or they praise you. Or they treat you like a dog and they start giving you things. Alright? That's why you earn them. You don't let people give you things. What are they chasing after? Your ideas, your thoughts, your mind to make them theirs. They wish they were young again. They wish they had a gang or a group of people. No, don't you let nobody brainwash you. How do you get a dog to do tricks? Cops know this. Judge know this. They give you things. Cookies. Pies. And then they talk to you. And you sitting up there because you believe they're the source. Favorite desserts. Nice big fat steaks. They bring you along like adulthood will never be granted to you. You can wait. Nah, I'll wait, man. I ain't got to go trail him behind him because they just talking. And everybody, when they start talking, they want everybody to listen. Don't you? Why talk? If you don't want people to listen. People are really into that. Hear what I got to say. Well, you know what the judge is going to say? Hear what I got to say. Right here. Genocide. All right, now, I know I got that right. Because everybody's going to be quiet. Because the judge wants everybody to hear what he or she has to say. And officers are the same way. Everybody be quiet. Y'all think we bully? Y'all do the same thing. We're humans. We know what's going on. Everybody be quiet. Well, shut up. Y'all going around telling each other to be quiet and to shut up. So when we show up after y'all done went overboard and started using hands and things to hurt one another, we show up and we gonna run the show. That's what Cop 2 is doing. We gonna all stop. And we're gonna teach you a little something. That everybody been wrong. I'll take you to court over this. I'll take you to court over that. No, you won't. You can only take him to court over this. Because if you falsely accuse anyone of anything other than what the elements state, you can be sued. Your parents' land can be taken. It's time to fight back. You can't whisk people in and out of court. That mouth, that tongue. So guess what? You better be afraid. You better know your stuff by the letter. Because everyone is going to know the law. People whose cases were all messed up can go back with a clear understanding now. Well, are they really incarcerated over this? Was my land taken away over this? Did I have to surrender something over this? And it wasn't the elements. It was something somebody made up. And because there's a trust with lawyers to judges' ears, there's a trust with police officers to lawyers and judges' ears. You get what I'm saying? How many times do you think that folk done got it right? Nobody's right 100% of the time, but you're talking about lives. Folks being put away. Folk need to start suing and be nice about it too. You better have your facts together. You can't haul people in court just because you want to, and you can. You can't use police officers like we're animals and dogs. Sick 'em! Sick 'em! I hate that. No, you sit down. You be quiet. Do you know what you're talking about? Because, see, maybe they didn't break the law. They were almost there, but they didn't break it. You're accusing them of something, or your parents or your grandparents or your young sister or brother, whatever, or a friend or a cousin. It matters not. You better be right. You better be right. You better be right. You better be right. When you call the police department, by the time you get from the uniform officer, it's going to be passed on. It doesn't stop there. It goes to detectives. And if you're wasting taxpayers' time and money, and if you're wasting the jury's time and money and judge's time, you're going to get it. So those teens that are mouthy and think you know everything, you better sit down. Let's get on with genocide and be quiet. And I don't mean no harm, but this has gone too far. People talking and don't know what they're talking about. Hello. Elements making up the crime of genocide. And you know what? And they ain't never cracked a book. Just coming off the top of their head on hearsay. That's why hearsay is not allowed in the court of law. Everything must come from a book. Everything must be backed up. And if you don't have proof, shut up. Don't be a part of all that starts at age 18. People trying to empower themselves through words and ain't read one book. All hearsay. All made up. No proof. No witnesses to collaborate a darn thing. Churches got started. God ain't tell nobody nothing to hurt nobody. They doing it. And some people are mentally ill. Don't start at age 18 and twist this because it's in print. Boom. Don't mess up. I don't care who your daddy is. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Don't ruin it because you got a way of thinking. Don't let your way of thinking destroy your future. Because prisoners have a way of thinking and you will not fit in. They will jack you. You cannot outthink nobody. There's no one, if you believe in a God, nobody can outthink God. And if you're smart, get involved with Mensa. But get out of trying to hurt other people with your thoughts and your imagination and your dreams and your ways and your family's ways. People are not your family. Most people don't even want to, they love their own if you leave them alone. They're satisfied with their own. They want to be over yours. Your family better than this one. My family better than your family. Your family better than mine. Shut up. Ain't nobody's family better than nobody's. We all struggle. Rich people struggle to stay rich. Wow. That's a whole lot of struggling if you can count. You can't wish nothing. Poor people trying to get out of poverty, but you better do it right. Can't break the laws. And rich people can't break the laws trying to stay rich. It just doesn't work that way. You can't take the football before they say hut, hut, hut. Elements making up the crime of genocide. There are 5. I taught you about elements. You're not given 3. There are 3. Commit those 3 acts here. 1. Killing members of the group. 2. Causing serious bodily or mental harm. Did you hear what I said? Causing serious bodily. O-R. Or, don't you forget this, mental harm to members of the group. Body and mind. Leave people's minds alone. People like to mess with your head now out here in this adult world. Even teenagers, they're clowns. But what do you call them when they're adults? They're called silly adults. They never matured. Number 3, deliberately inflicting on the group conditions, not one, conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction, or in whole or in part. Oh, that's a lot going on. Now you can hear where they go, wow, people of color's numbers have gone down. Yeah. Somebody being a little sneaky. And I'll be honest to say it. Because we are the referees. And we'll tell people, you better stop. Don't, this generation, you better not get into this and add on to that madness. There's a lot of KKK that are in folks' family and don't wear white. You guys want people of color, any color, not just African Americans, other races. Guess what? Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Nobody has to be born. Now you see why they're carrying guns. It has nothing to do with my gun. I don't care. I don't care. I want it all to be fair, like a referee, like any other cop. Chill. We don't go around here picking up baldies. It's about being fair. Nobody is allowed to get rid of another race. Harm them mentally, stop them from having babies. That's why some folk go, well, if I can't have, and some people are looking for love. See, it's not all about babies, because a lot of people don't slow down with this baby thing. But there's a whole lot of love now. Number 4, let's move forward, because we could talk all day. All right, 4, imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group. You can't even, I remember this social worker. She used to go around giving advice, whispering. I wouldn't have my daughter having any children. What is she doing? Don't let your daughter have any children. You know, she should be a nun. She shouldn't get married. It wasn't just a white woman that said that to my mother. It was a woman of color, too. What are they doing? Why do you need to whisper? Speak up! As my mother said, speak up! What are you whispering to me for? I can't stand folk who whisper and write little notes. If she wants to have them, children by anyone, a monkey, if she could, my mother loves saying monkey. A monkey, if she could, that's her right. You had yours. I know, Miss White, but no! And there's a lot of people who were being sneaky back in the day. And numbers in reference to races have dropped dramatically. Now folk are about careers. Now, that's a good thing. Number 5, sneaky people. Forcibly transferring children of the group to another group. It didn't say sex. It says forcibly taking children out of one group, transferring by force them to another group. All right. Now, if folk are about, people say, well, that's what they do to black kids and Chinese kids. No, some of these children don't have parents. Some of these children can get a better life. It doesn't, everything has to go, every person of color needs to experience the white race, because the entire white race is not fortunate. There's only a few. And a lot of them folk coming from Canada. They're not American. A lot of them folk is Jewish. See, it's all about a race. If you take the time and look, it didn't say anything about color. Because people say, well, you know, she's African. No, I'm not. Guess. And I'm not. I don't think I'm going to tell y'all. All right? Bo. All right. No. Not entirely now. We got a little mixing thing going on here, too. You know, the Indians did share their love as well. Moving forward, guys. We're pretty used to each other. We're on lesson number 26. All right, what's the punishment for lesson number 26? Genocide. Life imprisonment upwards to death for this crime. Penalty for genocide damages that occur in a cure will begin at $1 million. That's how you know they're not playing. There's nothing else to be said. Playing, period. Up. Plus cost to court. Oh, yeah. A conspiracy charge can be added to most crimes, which increases or may double your sentence. The fine alone will scare your grandma, your grandpa, new people coming with these old ideas. Did I say something? Excuse me? Bam! New people coming upon this earth with old ideas. It's all been done. The Patent and Trademark Office said there's nothing. They got investigators out there, genius minds. Lisa? Yes, when I got up there. Everything has been invented. Excuse me? There's nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Under this sun. So let it go. They have stuff on far ends of the earth. They have a patent office. We have one. China has one. Japan has one. Germany has one. Patent office for inventions. Everything's been done. It may be brought on a smaller scale because it's so huge, like the computers. They've always been here. They've just been put on the shorter scale. But at the Patent and Trademark Office, there's nothing new. There's no new type of human being. Psychologists will tell you that. Patent office will tell you that. And if it is, guess what they're going to do? They're going to look at it. You'll be all over the world. Everybody will know your name. You come up with an invention that is clear at the patent office. You come up with a plant that has never, ever, ever grown. At the patent office, they will celebrate you. We're going to move on to lesson number 27, rioting. We're going to get it right, because a lot of teens have been picked up for this. A lot of folk in their 20s been picked up for this, and y'all been wrongly accused. Wrongly accused. And because you didn't know the law, and because somebody hating up on teens and young people, and I love young people, because that happened, you got a criminal record. Let's peace out on that one. And let's really get it straight. And you can have, let me tell you, if it is what it is, right, wrong. It's black and white when it comes to the law, baby. Please do understand that. Go and have that record pulled and have that expunged, that arrest expunged, 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 expunged. And they may do it freely because they was wrong. Everybody's name who was involved in that case, witnesses, the police officer could be dead. I don't care. These folks don't have to die always. They can die of automobile accidents, whatever. That officer may not be an officer anymore. But one thing about it, they swore to it. Get your records cleaned up. CompTube just doesn't give you a career and bash you on the head. No, it'll teach you, get some mess straight. There's people that lied and people made mistakes. Or, oh, I'm sorry, that was an error on my part. Yes, would you please have this person's record expunged, cleaned up, thrown away? And they'll do it. Wow. That's right. We all make mistakes, sweetheart. Sweethearts of the world, my teens. We all make mistakes. Maybe you can start a business that helps clean people's lives up, to get their records expunged, to get a case thrown out. Well, is there evidence to all three acts? See, now people smart. But CompTube's about, you can go back, help your mom and dad, help your mom and dad and your nieces and your nephews. Say, can I see that, please? I go, sure. And they're all down in the dumps and depressed. You can help them. See if you check what they did and the testimony and evidence against this. You might have a lawsuit on your hands and make your family rich. All right, now. Let's move forward. This is an 800-pound gorilla. We're on to writing. We're doing it. All right, guys. Peace out. Remember, too, don't let nobody doubt you, because Lisa's going to say it. States can add to these laws. So when you're doing that, if you're going to help somebody out, you want to help somebody get even your teen friends get expunged, because people love throwing stuff on teens. And they locked away and come out with criminal record, can't even get a job. That's so bullyish. Because people don't want that to happen to them. Some people are subject to doing things. But if they can kill nobody, and even if they kill somebody, better make sure the paperwork right. Were your rights read? Be a little lawyer. Start practicing. Folk gonna be shocked. Help your community out. Help your community out. Help them. Well, if they can't read, you be the one. They read it for them. And then after that, go tell them get some glasses. And some eyeglasses sometimes. All right, babe. Y'all take care. Let's move forward. All right, bye.
The weight of my mistakes depends on how I feel. Don't let it bring you down. The weight of what I say depends on how you feel, but I don't wanna bring